We're heading into this game number 2 between Suhaz Esports versus Mab Esports.
We're going to have Suhaz once again trying their very best to actually even up the score against MAB. Suhaz Esports on the blue side, MAB on the red. I'm very excited to see how X-Slash is going to play this lane. He is expected to actually win this lane out early on at level 1, but once we get to level 2, that's where things get a little bit more 50-50-ish, right? Now, Suhaz Esports, the general game plan, they're going to get mid lane priority, instantly start pushing their lead up towards the top side of the map.
Yeah, here's a little bit fun fact as well. Mab Esports now, for 2 games in a row, Zuto going for the Demon Slayer on the jungle, despite whatever hero it was. Previously, it was... what was it again? The Ling. Now this time it was the higher booster. So interesting fact, not many teams still prioritize on the Demon Slayer on every single hero, but seems like Zuto is going to double down that this might be the new meta. Jungle should always go for jungle emblems.
I think the thought process is actually way more important here because I think Zuto realizes there's no way I'm killing Box in the early game. There's no point taking Assassin Emblems or even killing Spree at this point because if I get a kill, look at the members from the side of Suhaz Esports. The movement speed really isn't going to matter at the end of the day. So he wants to get ahead. He wants to focus on pushing his own lead by farming.
I guess if you put it that way. Seems like that's going to be the game plan. Seems like Mab Esports, they're playing a bit slow, not going super crazy. They need those farms up on both Zuto as well as X-Slash to get a hit. Nova Escobar going to try and threaten AJ. He's taking a little bit too much damage. He might actually die. Nope, he's going to be fine. ZQT just showing him that he does have more damage than the lead in early stage. Suhaz Esports looking for the dive on Ren. He's going to be A-okay.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Box actually misses the KO strike. He tried to push Ren outside of turret range. Now look, unfortunately for the Ace, his early recall may have costed Zed a lot of pressure in lane because now Zed is struggling against X-Slash. He's going even in terms of EXP, but even MAB Esports are reasoning it out very well. First blood already achieved onto Uranus, no less. A good counter engagement from MAB Esports, distributing the resources across the map.
Yeah, that is big, and on top of it all, because of that dive down bottom, top side, free control coming in from MAB Esports. They take the full chunk of gold plating for both Zuto and X-Slash. But Zuto getting a bit feisty. He's gonna die. Total bottom memories. It's just gonna be enough. Flicker forward to get the kill from Zed. So Suhaz, they're not gonna give it to them for free.
Beautiful play coming out of Zed. Very greedy coming out of Zuto for one, to go back into that to get a little bit more damage onto the turret, but Zuto punishes it very, very quickly. Very fast hands here. Now Eevee, he's going to struggle in this lane. Now Ren has a little bit of a lead on his side with a bit of an assist to get that Festival of Blood off the ground. We're going to see the exact same situation as we did in game number 1.
X-Slash going to be in a little bit of trouble. He gets pulled back and he will get focused down as Suhaz Esports sets it up really, really nice, as that may be not going to be able to respond to that. So that is a big pickup for them. However, Zuto will redeem themselves by taking the turtle. Eevee is going to try and apply pressure, but Ren is going to be there. He's going to have his execute very, very soon, but unfortunately, that is not going to be any plays down bottom as the top side. Suhaz Esports will trade the tier 1.
Yep. I mean, this is what we needed to see out of Suhaz much earlier on into the game, but instead they chose their timing. Instead of pre-level 4, they wanted it to be at level 4 so that Zed had something to do. It was a good time for MB to punish, and they got the punishment off, but Suhaz at the end of the day still thinking ahead of time. Now Eevee, bit of trouble. He has to pull on back as Zuto is looking for potential kills.
Yeah, it's funny, right? While Suhaz Esports is doing that play, MAB was on the other side of the map. ZQT was actually secretly killed off by Suhaz Esports. So, like it or not, Suhaz Esports got the better trade-off overall in general.
Yeah, I mean, MAB Esports are distributing their resources across the map. When Suhaz Esports makes a decision on where they want to be, they are going to get punished on the other side. Now, Nova, he's not going to die here, but the Raging Sandstorm is going to get on top of him. A good kick from Nova as well. Flickers on out of there as AJ a little slow on the trigger finger, but now Zuto is going to try and bait out that Black Shoes. Oh wait, no, AJ, he doesn't have Black Shoes no more. And ZQT, his real wall manipulation gets canceled, but Box can't press his lead.
Oh, that is huge coming in from MAB Esports. They understand the situation, but a big outplay coming from Nova Escobar to outplay Suhaz Esports. That was huge coming in from him. Instant flicker over the wall, right at the minimum action as well. 1 pixel off, he might be stuck on the other side of the wall instead.
Yep, and now ZQT now in some trouble here. Ooh, forced that flicker out. Good play coming in from Box. Now, as you can tell, the Ace in a lot of trouble. Once again, getting contested, and a very, very good catch coming in from Nova Escobar. He just manages to find the right kick at the right time.
Yeah, and why was the Ace in the wrong side of the wrong woods? Like, he was all by himself and no one to actually provide any sort of assistance. And this is him for a second game in a row, dying unnecessarily.
Yep, I mean, you got to give it to Nova. His kicks have been on point for the large majority of that game, and now, ooh, wait,
So,
RNG?
does he get?
RNG?
Oh.
Okay, nicely. Oh,
Oh,
why?
he got it, he got
Why? Why did he go back in? Why did he go back in? He was a little greedy there. He thought for sure Zuto is going to take the quad shadow, his last shadow, all the way back towards his turret, but no, Zuto outplays it, slightly delays the quad shadow because he has the HP and punishes. Zuto now ends up dying to the ace, but Box trying to move on forward as Eevee trying to slow down the real world manipulation. Ren matches the push, making sure that ZQT stays alive. AJ gets kicked, and it's going to be a Black Shoes being expanded.
Oh my goodness. Zuto got a little bit overconfident. Box was able to punish that, and that is going to be a little bit of redemption points. But Mab Esports, they immediately fixed the mistake. Zuto kind of dropped the ball there. It's okay. I got your back coming in from Ren as he pushes the tier 1 down bottom.
Remember that the majority of the damage is going to be dealt by Box in the early to mid game, but Zed as well. So Zed is the only thing they have to have some form of scaling damage, and even then, it's not going to compare to X-Slash. Okay, Nova's taking way too much damage here.
Okay, that's a little bit too much. Like, Box is starting to come up online. This is his go time. He's been looking for an opportunity for the longest of time, and MAB, they have been dodging it left, right, and front and center. However, while all this is actually happening, X-Slash on the 1-1 has been secretly farming. And a little bit fun fact, he opted not to go for Aegis, Flicker, or even Purify. He opted to go for the Inspire instead.
Yep, he's going to greed out, and I think it's fair for him to greed out because a lot of the lineup coming in from Suhaz Esports, if he isn't able to kind of kite around the general damage, and I think he's got plenty of peel on his side with the help of ZQT and as well as Nova. If Box isn't able to get into the backline, X-Slash should be able to kind of just dodge around him and dance around him for a long period of time.
This is interesting coming for X-Slash. He doesn't have shoes as well. He's going for the full damage glass cannon build instead of having a little bit more mobility. And
it's greedy.
Yeah, it's so greedy. I think the Inspire might pay off. If he actually gets the proc, he's going to be able to get the crossbow tags off. So I think he's going to be banging on that win condition, which is very risky. But hopefully it pays off. However, Suhaz Esports, I don't think they realize it yet.
Yeah, no, it's important to remember that X-Slash currently is a level up on Zed right now in terms of EXP, but now the fight begins as Zuto immediately gets taken out by Box, but the real world manipulation is doing so much work to that backline here. Ren tries to breathe, but the crossbow of Tang now to execute the rest of the members as Eevee tries to hold on. He survives. Luckily, X-Slash not able to get more. Box gets a good hit on towards Nova, and as you mentioned before, go time for Box. This is his moment.
Oh my goodness, I hate to see it. Like, they don't even realize that X-Slash win is trying to set up for the crossbow attacks, and as soon as it happens, it completely turned the tides. But still, great catch coming from the Ace to actually catch up Zuto. But like I said, their bigger picture coming from MAB Esports is way bigger. Sometimes they just have better diversion tactics.
Yeah. I mean, the fight was kind of 50-50 there. It could have gone either way, but luckily ZQT was able to kind of, dish out enough damage to put them into lethal range for X-Slash's crossbow of Tang. And I think now it goes back to even, right? Suhaz, they're looking for ways to get a lead. MAB Esports very comfortable with the position that they are. And as long as they kind of distribute the resources across the map, they're going to get something.
Yep, hopefully it's going to be okay, but middle turret is going to point on Vitrus again. Lord is going to be upset up as well. MAB Esports, they're hoping that Nova goes for the pickoff, and just now the Ace kind of caught them off surprise, but as of yet, that's going to be a very, very long time before that actually happens because the flicker cooldown is still not available. However, on the other side of the map, Eve is going to be cutting the creep waves for MAB Esports, so this is not a good time for MAB Esports to actually bait out the Lord. But looks like he's going to try and make a bait out the Black Shoe. AJ going to force it out, and Zuto will back out. Real World Manipulation comes in. AJ will be bullied out. And here comes the kick from the sides. They catch out Box, and he might actually die. And the Real World Manipulation, the Box is just boxed into his ultimate, and he will get taken out. Big plays coming from MAB, and they are going to continue with the pressure.
That was actually genius coming in from MAB Esports. Truly, truly a work of art when it came down to decision-making here. Black Shoes, knowing that it only pulls it towards the last position that Lilia was, pulls him back into the real world manipulation, and same thing goes for Box as he gets kicked back into the real world manipulation from Nova. Truly an incredible play coming in from MAB Esports.
Yeah, that was sick. That was so unexpected as well. We thought the real world manipulation would be completely useless in that scenario, but surprising enough, ZQT actually hold out a couple of charges and did not move away from his spot. And as soon as the kick came in, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna get a kill on Box. And now Nova Escobar is gonna get bursted down, and this is good for Suhaz Esports, but the Lord is gonna be pushing from the top side. So it's only a tank. The bigger picture here is gonna be at Zuto as well as ZachQT coming from Suhaz Esports.
Notice where the rest of the MAB members are working towards.
Oh no, Box
going to go into the Oki Shadow kill form. He's not going to be able to get the Chaos Strike on.
Wait, he didn't go back?
Onward here, it's not looking good at all as Suhaz Esports and not able to stop. Oh my goodness, ZachQT is able to go off just in time. His crossbow attack trying to even out the score. What was looking to be an absolutely perfect engage from Suhaz Esports turns around. They end up losing the ace. They're forced backwards, and now they're going to lose tier 2s for no reason at all.
Oh,
the
no.
timing is just good. Oh, can they actually get rid of it? No, the tier 2 still goes.
Oh my goodness, Zuto got so greedy with the quad, the OK Shadow kill, and he mistimed his quad shadows. He could not go back in time. That is so unfortunate, but Suhaz Esports was able to capitalize it because of that play, and because of that, MAB Esports didn't actually benefit too much from the Lord push.
Nope, not at all. I mean, he tried to do the exact same play all over again. Bait them into a fight, fall back into the real world manipulation, let ZachQT do the rest. But unfortunately here, they still have to remember the win conditions. Box is generally going to be a problem for Zuto.
Yeah, so that's going to be the case. However, AJ is going to be pushing up the lanes. The middle turret is still relatively healthy coming in from MAB Esports. Looks like on the top side, they are going to try and set up with the Edith Paquito combo, but the rest of MAB Esports, they're just not in the top side. They are going to try and take the tier 2 instead, though.
Yep. I think Suhaz at this stage of the game is feeling themselves a little bit more. They're waiting for MAB Esports to make
Nova.
bigger plays and then look to punish.
Oh, Nova gets the kick on the DAs, but just in the wrong angle, so MAB will be forced to disengage from that situation. Great read, but Box says otherwise. He's got the KO punch, but doesn't seem to connect every hit, so they are going to need to play this a little bit slow. Eve will try and clear off the minutes before he back out of the situation. MAB not looking to fight as well.
I don't think they have to do much, but now Zed, he could be in some trouble here. He takes a full hit of that Void Blast. It kind of shows you that his stat line isn't exactly too great, especially against magic damage. So he's got to be extremely careful of ZachQT, especially in the real world manipulation.
Agreed. Zuto is going to be has been struggling a little bit this particular game. He's been getting a little bit over aggressive. Seems like DAs goes in for the push. He forces out Flicker. He misses the mark, and they are going to be completely surrounded as MAB is what box them out, punishing them, and they get not just one, they get potentially a second kill as the crossbow attacks comes in. Ren will survive the brunt of it all. Box looking for the opportunity to strike, but MAB, they will get the better trade out of this to a certain degree. They hold on to middle turret, but they will lose Zuto for being aggressive.
Now, Box could have gone and tried to go for the kill, but unfortunately, he's got his eyes set on these objectives. Lord is going to fall very soon, and the rest of the team is going to have to zone out the rest of MAB Esports. They're trying to get in, but they don't find the entry, and that's going to be Lord for Suhaz Esports as the rest of MAB back away.
Oh my goodness, that MAB Esports, they really thought they won that fight. Oh, Suhaz Esports just completely outplayed them, and Box now gonna look at Chung on towards Ren. Do they have the damage? No, they do not. AJ is just extremely annoying in this team fights. MAB Esports, they've got to be a little bit more careful in this next fight, but Zuto dying a second 2 times in a row in the last 3 minutes, not a good sign for this new jungler.
He can't really do too much. I think Zuto at this point, at this stage of the game, the lead is with Suhaz Esports, and with a Lord on their side, it's going to be even harder to come back into this. But it's just about opportunity and timing. They still have scaling on their side.
This is going to be a very difficult one. How are they going to defend against this? Lord's going to be pushing from the top side. As you can see, AJ constantly zoning them off. Nova trying to look for the Way of the Dragon. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to connect. So that's going to be turrets being taken out. But no way, Zuto, he got caught out again. He's going to shred in the pieces. They lose the ace, but is a jungler for a tank. Zach now going to run for his life, but eventually takes down X-Slash with him. And the rest of Suhaz Esports are going to clump up towards MAB Esports. As they dive the turret, they take him out. Can they finish off Ren as well? Yes, that is going to be a maniac for Box as he goes out of control and destroy him. Can he get the Savage? He gets the Savage for Suhaz Esports. Everyone from MAB Esports has been taken out by this jungle Paquito.
Box does it again, clutches a fight for his team, and Zed buys more than enough time for his jungle to end it all for MAB in game number 2. The score is 1-1. GG, well played to Suhaz Esports.
Oh my goodness. They were able to find that opportunity and box completely goes out of control for Suhaz Esports. Looks like Mab Esports celebrating a little bit too